Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing about various aspects of transpiration. Let's take one by one. First one is there is a statement, why is transpiration necessary? We will have to understand about this statement and we will have to give points and we justify this one. So let's take this topic, why transpiration is necessary. Before starting of this one, you should recall previous chapter we discussed about the absorption of water, and we discussed about the how water is moving from down to up. So that was the concept, ascent of sap. Remember that one, ascent of sap, the upward movement of water against the gravitational force, that I taught you, ascent of sap. So we'll take those concepts to understand why transpiration is necessary. So try to get that one. Whenever we know that the system is having a root here, fine structure, and here we have a soil, suppose we are assuming, and there is a water which is present in between two soil particles. I already taught you this water we call capillary water. So root hairs are growing in this region. Okay, to get the capillary water, plants can take capillary water. They are not taking other forms of water. They are dependent on capillary water. And what is capillary water? Water which is present in between two soil particles. This water we call capillary water. So here we take this one, leaf. As we know that we have discussed already, leaves are doing photosynthesis, and when they do photosynthesis they need water for that one getting hydrogen ion, H plus ion. We'll discuss in the photosynthesis chapter. You will have detailing of this one. So they take water and they break water, all the leaves, when they do photosynthesis. So whenever we have a photosynthesis they need water. So how water is moving upward? We have two reasons for the movement. First one is that transpirational pull is formed, and that transpirational pull we can also call transpirational bridge. You know the function of bridge. Bridge is responsible to connect two structures together. So that is the function of the bridge. Are you getting my point? And the next one is the creation of a pressure, because this movement is against the gravitational force. If it is with the gravitational force, there is no need of energy, but the movement with the against the gravitational force, that is why there is a requirement of the pressure, and that pressure is also created. So whenever we have a transpiration, understand, whenever we have a transpiration, water is moving out. So suppose if here water is moved, these are the cells. So when water is moved, water is moving out, so the loss of water from here is compensated by this cell. Same way in this one also, same way in this one also. So in this way they create the pressure on root hairs, so that root hair can take water in and the loss is compensated. That is the logic behind. So here we have the formation of a bridge. This one, there is a formation of a bridge, and we have the generation of the water column here. So that bridge we call transpiration pull. What is there? Transpirational pull. Transpirational pull. That is the concept, my dear students. Transpirational pull is responsible to give the specific place, a specific direction to the water molecule. And here due to the transpiration, there is a pressure is created, and that pressure we call suction pressure. What we call? Suction pressure. That is, suction pressure is responsible to pull the water molecule upward. And how it is created? Due to the loss of water it is created. So these are the two important processes which are happening whenever we have a transpiration. When we will not have transpiration, we will not have creation of the transpirational bridge, transpirational pull, will not have the creation of the suction pressure, and water will not move to the leaves. And when water is not supplied to leaves, leaves are only able to do photosynthesis, and we will have the death of the plants in the absence of photosynthesis, in the absence of water. So that is the concept. Focus on this one. Suction pressure, a very common example from our life. When we get injections, you must have observed that there is a one needle, and needle is pushed into the medicine, that bottle, and then we have a syringe, and when technicians and doctors, when they start pulling outward, we have the filling of the medicine. Okay, we have the filling of the medicine inside the syringe. So that is due to the suction pressure. In pitchkaris also, you must have observed at the time of Holi, we have now various kinds of pitchkari, but there is one traditional one. We suck colors and then we throw to somebody else for playing. So we are getting this one suction pressure which is responsible to suck substances. So here is also the suction pressure is applied. So that is the concept. This is the necessity of the transpiration. Now able to understand, able to define, able to justify what is the necessity of transpiration? We have a two reason: creation of transpirational pull and creation of the suction pressure. And you know the advantage of these two. Let's take the significance. Significance very easy. Absorption of water, we know that I explained you how water is absorbed. You know that one, there is that one loss of water from here. So here we have diffusion pressure deficit, and then we have the compensation of that deficit pressure, and water is moving into the root hairs due to the process of endosmosis, and then it is transported to the xylem vessels for the upward movement. And this one is also absorption. It means the entry of water into root hairs, and then after water is moved into the various parts of the plants. That water movement is also done by transpiration. This is also the significance. And then we have mineral salt transport. We know that plants, they need various kinds of minerals for their growth. There are so many minerals. Soil is the richest source of minerals. Plants, they are getting everything from soil. They absorb. So with capillary water, we have a presence of dissolved minerals. Minerals are dissolved with water, and whenever plants are absorbing water, minerals are also moving. Minerals and certain salts are also moving, and they are also moving upward, and they are reaching to the various places where they are needed whenever we have transpiration. So my dear students, it is a very significant biological process. Then we have a cooling, common understanding. At the time of summer, we have a production of sweat and we consume more water. At the time of the winter, we do not have production of sweat and we consume less water. So what is the reason behind? Try to focus on that. Our internal body temperature, we know that 30 degrees centigrade. We are taking example of ourselves. Then we'll put into the plant's body. So this is the body temperature of the human beings, not the plants. So human beings body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade at the constant condition. It means we are having homeostasis steady conditions where everything is at normal condition. That is homeostasis. So when temperature is 30 degrees centigrade, it means we have normal. When we have increase in temperature, suppose 40 degree, 45 degree, sometimes in some states 50 degrees centigrades. Last year we had 50 degrees centigrades in some states of our country, and it is that high temperature. So at that time, as we all know, we have a capability to adapt according to surrounding. So we have a production of sweat, and then sweat evaporates, and when sweat evaporates we have the cooling of the body, and in this way we maintain our temperature. So how it happens? Whenever we have entry of water, when we do not have entry of water, that we will have a various sickness, dehydration. There are so many kinds of problems will arise in the absence of water when we have a high temperature. So we take more water so that we can regulate our body temperature. So what is the meaning for this one? It means water can control the body temperature, and it is responsible for the cooling. There is a cooling of the body in the presence of water. So in case of the plants, this is also happening. High temperature will lead to increase in transpiration, and whenever we have high rate of transpiration, we'll have that more absorption. It means that absorption rate will also increase, so that plants can maintain their body temperature. So that is the concept. Then we have protection from heat injury. We know that cells, they have capability to bear a certain specific kind of heat, and whenever we have that increase in temperature, they will have a damage in the various parts of the cells, various parts of the body. So whenever we have transpiration, there is a movement of water inside the plants, and due to this movement they can protect themselves from the heat injury. So these are the significance of transpiration. I gave you explanation of why is transpiration necessary. I made you understand about transpirational pull and suction pressure, and that how these two are helping to get water in and to move water upward. So this is the concept, and then I gave you various significance. Try to understand, get the concept. We'll discuss few important aspects of transpiration in next video.